You join me today as we try and see if we can continue our reasonable start to the season and we venture into the Carabao Cup. Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode 6 of Irons in the Fire as we try and make West Ham good and great again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games for you against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in the Carabao Cup third round, and then we play Nottingham Forest in the Premier League match day 7. A couple of bits of housekeeping before we continue and have a look at what's been going on since you were last with us. Not a lot, I hasten to add. Just to say, I do apologise for missing Wednesday's episode. I had recorded Wednesday's episode, but due to my son having to go back home a little bit earlier than I anticipated, I've had to jiggle things around a little bit, which means that Wednesday's episode is going out Thursday, and Thursday's episode will go out Friday, which is why we're recording today. But I will try and play catch up next week at some point if I can. Obviously all down to time of recording and editing and all the rest of it. That's the first thing. Second thing is, if you haven't bought your copy of Football Manager 24 yet, there is a link down below and a discount code. If you use that link and use the discount code, not only will you save yourself some money, you will also help the channel, and if you do, a very big thank you for doing that. The other thing is, if you do enjoy today's episode, please leave me that thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And comments are also welcome, of course, if you would leave those for me as well. So big thank you for that. Right, let's get on with it then. We can have a look. There isn't anything been going on since you were last with us. Last time you were with us, we played a KRC Genk, a 4-0 win there. Gerard Bowen scoring a hat-trick and Thomas Souček getting the other one. Gerard Bowen continued his reasonable form in the last couple of games by getting a goal against Liverpool. They equalised, but right 4 minutes deep in injury time, Alisson stepped over his line, having caught a ball that was a sort of bit of a looping header from Creswell. He was obviously off balance and stepped over his line. First time I've seen that in FM24. If you haven't seen it or you've missed that episode, I would suggest you go back and have a look at it. In fact, I'll do even better than that for you. We'll go and have a look at it now, shall we? Alisson stepping back over his line. And yeah, as I say, I've not seen this. This is something new. I'm hoping it doesn't happen to us too often. Mavropanos gets it back to Caher. Alvarez crosses it in. Creswell with a looping header. And as you'll see, Becker or Alisson steps back over that line. Couldn't see it particularly well on that thing, but apparently he did. The referee very quickly gave the goal, so that's fine. We beat them 2-1, which left us in the table in a reasonable position. If you remember, we finished 4th after the last episode, 13 points, 2 points behind Brentford in 3rd on 15, 3 points behind Manchester United, who are in 2nd on 16. They've not yet to lose this season as well. And the league leaders at the moment with a 100% record are Manchester City. In fact, Manchester United is just that one draw against Aston Villa that has held them up a little bit. But yeah, it's been a reasonable start, and let's hope we can continue it in this episode. It would be rather splendid if we could open a little bit of a gap up between us and the people outside the European places. That would be a good start, would it not? I think it would. Right, let's get on with it then. And our first match-up in this one is a away game at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, who are currently, we'll have a quick look, they are currently in 7th in the table. So it's going to be it should be an interesting affair in the Carabao Cup. And here is the team that will face Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. And, well, all I can say is this formation at the moment seems to be doing us well. That's put the mockers on it, of course. You know that's how it works in Football Manager. Areola is in goal then. Emerson, Agard, Zuma and Johnson. I think that's pretty much the line. I think Emerson's the only change at the back there for Creswell. And opportunity to rest him. Caher, Ward-Prowse and Souček are our central midfield. Furnells comes in as the shadow striker, sitting behind Kudus, who moves from that shadow striker position up front alongside Ollie Watkins. Gives us a chance to give Bowen a bit of a rest. Fabrinsky and Mavropanos, Bowen, Thomas, Alvarez, Paqueta, Ings, Creswell and Benrahma are on the bench. And here we are at Selhurst Park, camera right in the way. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 for this match. And we're sticking to our 4-3-3 or 4-3-1-2, whichever way you look at it. Confirmation of the two teams for you. And an early highlight, Emerson with the ball in. We're playing in white tonight. Zuma gets that one away. Second goal of the season. And after just 2 minutes, we go one up at Selhurst Park. And a dream start, all stemmed from Souček's. What's Souček standing there for? Right, we're going to just pause that a second. Emerson with the thing in. It's come back out. Souček heads it in and Zuma puts it away. Richards with the throw in for Crystal Palace. 8 minutes on the clock. You through to Raymond. It's a lovely ball to Raymond and he's in acres of space. And Crystal Palace moving it around nicely. Hughes, he's put it away. Will Hughes, second goal of the season for him. And they're back level after 9. That wasn't in the script, boys and girls. So we've had a goal in both highlights to date, which is pretty poor. Ducory, Hughes, and that was drilled. And I'm not sure why Areola didn't get there. We have a throw in on this near side. Emerson to take the throw. It's going to be a long one. Throws it to Zuma. Zuma back to Emerson. Emerson into the area. And not sure what to do with it. Zuma, Ward-Prowse, back to Zuma. Zuma has a go from distance. It was curling, but wasn't coming down. Johnson on that far side throws it into Caher. Caher comes forward. Back to Johnson. Johnson into the area. Souček finds Emerson. Emerson has a go from distance. Oh, lovely goal. His first goal of the season. And what a cracker that was. That was worth waiting for from Emerson. And we go 2-1 up after 21 minutes. Souček, Emerson in acres of space, had time to tee the shot up, and what a shot it was as well. Emerson to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, Emerson enjoying himself out there tonight. His first start of the season, Agard. Oh, that was a bit of a lax. And Ayew is away down this wing. Got to pull the blockers on him, and he's crossed that ball into the area. And they've got the second one back, Mateta. And Ayew is causing all sorts of problems down that right-hand wing. We need to have a look at that in a moment. And on 34 minutes, it's 2-2. There's, of course, no replays in the Carabao Cup. It goes to penalties if it's a draw at full-time. And two things there. One, we've got to stop Ayew getting those balls in. And two, somebody needs to mark. And half-time comes. No more highlights. And we've had a profitable first half, but we've been a bit lax in defence. Really given away 2 goals, which could easily have been sorted out. 8 shots, 5 on target, 1.07, 47% of the possession. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target, of which they've scored both of them, 0.55 and 53% of the possession. As I say, we probably were the better team, but we need to stop gifting them goals. First highlight of the second half, 57 minutes in. Ward-Prowse with a corner. Swings it in. Ooh, it's Agard is there. Agard pulls it back for Watkins. And Ollie Watkins gets his 3rd goal of the season. And we've taken the lead again after 58 minutes. And now we need to hang on to it. Corner to the back post. It was headed away. Agard saw Ollie Watkins in space. Ollie Watkins got a little bit of deflection on the way through. Unlucky, really. And with 62 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes. Ben Johnson, who is tiring, he's come off, and we've replaced him with Mavropanos. We have taken off Pablo Fornals, who was playing in that shadow striker. Kudos drops back there, and Gerard Bowen comes on up front, and Tilo Kehrer has come off, and we've placed him with Edison Alvarez. Edouard has a free kick. It's deep. It's headed over, thankfully. And a possible penalty, which is not good. And it's a penalty has been awarded. Not seen one disallowed yet. And can Areola make a thing of himself? No, he can't. And they are back level after 71 minutes. And with 72 minutes on clock, that goal just been scored. We've made a further change. Souček has come off in midfield. Paqueta comes on to replace him. We have 1 change left. And with 80 minutes, nearly 81 minutes on the clock, made our final change. We've brought on Danny Ings for Kudos, and Gerard Bowen dropping back into that shadow striker role. Ings goes up front alongside Ollie Watkins. Can we get this final goal? We've gone attacking as well. They have a corner. Hughes. It's headed away by Alvarez, but only back to Hughes. And Hughes comes into the area. Be careful. And they've scored. And man, AU has been a pain in the rectum all evening, and we're going out of this Carabao Cup, making those changes, and it's not done us any good. Ball back in by Hughes. Come through to AU, and they have a free kick now. Mitchell with the free kick to Lerma, and a shot from distance, and all over the place. 8 minutes of added time. Bowen with the corner. Is this going to be a short one? It looks like it. We have somebody here short. Ward-Prowse into the area. Oh, Zuma back out to Bowen. Bowen shoots. Bowen gets his 7th goal of the season. And we are 4-4. It's looking awfully like penalties. Unless we can turn it on and get a winner late in this game they can't get back from. Well worked corner. Bowen created space for himself, and as Bowen does, finds a bit of space, and he planted it away. And it's gone to penalties. After a very topsy-turvy match, lots of goals, but a very topsy-turvy match. Let's have a look then and see who's going to be taking penalties in this penalty shootout. Ollie Watkins, Ward-Prowse, Gerard Bowen, of course, you would expect. Danny Ings. And then it's Alvarez. And we'll get down to the nitty-gritty then. And if we go further than that, hopefully we don't, but if we do go further than that, it's Agard is next up. Right. That is our penalty taker list then. So here we are. That's much better penalty thingy this season. Paqueta is first to take his penalty. He's tucked that away in the corner, beating Johnson, and we are 1 up on the penalties then. 4-4 at full time. Odson Edouard, and he's tucked that away as he did earlier on. 1-1. After 1. Watkins is next up. Oh, that was lucky. 2-1. Will Hughes. And sends Areola the wrong way. 2-2 after 2. James Ward-Prowse now. Oh, very cheeky. Put that away. Mateta is next up. quite getting there, Areola. 3-3 after 3. Gerard Bowen now. And it's saved it. You'd have had money on Gerard Bowen, and that could be us going out. Raymond. And he's put it away. It's 4-3 after 4. It's going to go down to the 5th one. And we need to score. If we miss this, we're out. If we score this from Danny Ings, it's down to them to put the last one away. And Ings puts it away. It's 4-4, but they have one left before it goes to sudden death. Areola needs to make a name for himself. Needs to be big to stop Lerma. And he hasn't. It's all over. We're out of the Carabao Cup at the first stage. And we lose on penalties. It's just because our defence wasn't really up to it today. It was really something very odd. And, yeah, that isn't good. 13 shots, 8 on target, 1.76, 49% of the possession. They had 7 shots, 4 of which were on target, 1.80 and 51% of the possession. And, yeah, Gerard Bowen's miss has kicked us out of the Carabao Cup. No trophy lift for us this season. Well, not in the Carabao Cup anyway. Well, I did say at the start of the episode, didn't I, that saying that this formation was working quite well was going to put the mockers on it, and it did. Certainly in the Carabao Cup 3rd round anyway, and that a disappointing defeat. We'll move on from that and hopefully can pick ourselves back up again for this game against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest currently 18th in the Premier League, and we are back home for this game. It's match day 7. And this is the side that will face Nottingham Forest in this Premier League match day 7. Areola continues in goal. Creswell, Ogbonna, Zuma and Johnson make our defensive line. Zucek, Alvarez and Ward-Prowse move into that Segundo Vora, I can never pronounce it, Segundo Volante position on the right. Just tweaking it up a little bit to see what happens. Kudos is the shadow striker sitting behind Bowen and Watkins in attack. Fabrinsky, Mavropanos, Benarama, De Thomas, Carrera, Paqueta, Antonio, Agard and Fornells make up the bench. And here we are back at the London Stadium. Won 4 of our last 4, drawn the other one. Draw against Crystal Palace, of course. They've won 2, lost 2, drawn 2, and they're playing a 4-2-3-1 today, Nottingham Forest. Steve Cooper, their manager, of course. We're in 4th on 13 points. They are on 18th with just 4 points. And confirmation of the teams for you. 2 minutes in, it's a corner. Ward-Prowse and Souček. And there's a question of whether he was offside or not. Not for sure yet. Zuma may have been offside. Just checking. It's been given. Ward-Prowse swings it in. Souček gets up, puts it away. Johnson with a long throw. He's long throw into there. Souček heads it down to Kudos. Kudos! Nearly coiled that into the top corner. Tavares, who's in one of our other saves, I think. I seem to remember. Can't remember which one right now. Is he in? Is he the player that we've bought for Brentford? Well, brought in from Brentford, and haven't been able to play him because I messed up the registration. I think that might be him, Tavares. Let's hope he doesn't do the dirty on me today. All through to Atanj, and ooh, I think Areola saved that actually, and looked like we were back to Crystal Palace games again. Gibbs White with the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. Swung in, but it's headed clear by Johnson. Alvarez is there. We'll see the save again from Areola. Through to Alange. and Hudson-Odoi, and it was Areola, made a fantastic save. Johnson with a throw to Souček. Johnson comes down this wing. He's going to check back now. He's pulled it back, but gives it to Gibbs-White. Alvarez is there, though. Makes the tackle. Through to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse finds Creswell. And Bowen. Oh, pulls a save out of the goalkeeper. It has gone for a corner, and we will see that corner. Ward-Prowse will take it. It's going to be an in-swinger. And try to get that low for Zuma, but it was a bit too low. Kudus has Ogbonna. And this is the chance again from Bowen. Out to Creswell. Creswell puts it into the path of Bowen and straight at the goalkeeper, really. And Ben Johnson has picked up a knock, which is not good news. Did see it come up on the screen. Was just thinking might ease him through to half-time, but we're not going to. He's got a potential groin injury, which is a bit of a nuisance because he is quite good out on that right-hand side. It's telling me to bring on Cahera. So we'll bring Cahera on in this case. Do I want to do that? Or would I prefer to bring on Mavropanos? I think 6 and 7s, to be fair. My assistant is telling me to bring on Cahera. So we will bring on Cahera in this case. If that's what he's telling me, I will hold my thingy that he knows what he's doing. That's the change then. Johnson off, injured, and Cahera comes on in place of him. They have a throw-in. Tavares with the throw-in. It's 42 minutes on the clock. And that's a poor ball. Watkins and Bowen thread out through to Bowen. Bowen puts it away. 8th goal of the season for Jarrod Bowen. A question if he's offside or not. So VAR gets involved again. It is a goal. It is a goal. It stands. I'm not quite sure why they thought it was up. Oh, I suppose might have. I think he just held back very neatly, but Jarrod Bowen creating the space and scores. We'll see the lines now just to prove the point. He's not much in it. He's level, probably at best. I'm not quite sure what went on there. I've completely missed that. Now, I'm not sure what happened at that last highlight. Well, it's very weird. I might not even thingy it. I don't know. That was a bit strange, but there we were. So, not a bad first half then, I guess. 7 shots, 4 on target, 50%, 1.65, 69% of the possession. Nottingham Forest have had 4 shots, 2 on target, 0.84, and 31% of the possession. We're okay. It's just that injury to Johnson. We just started to get people back from injury, and now he's gone down, which is a bit of a worry. But all said and done, 2 goals to the good at half-time. A free kick. Ward-Prowse with the free kick. Swung in. Ogbonna is there. And he swiveled that around. Watkins, he's come back off the wood, but I think he was offside, to be fair. And with 62 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. Basically because Aaron Creswell has picked up a knock. Potential foot injury. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Aaron Creswell, otherwise we've got our 2 wing-backs gone out in the same game. Aaron Creswell replaced them by Ogard, and we've also taken off Thomas Souček, who's a yellow card. He's tiring, and we've replaced him with Paqueta. Carrera with a throw-in. Heads that on. Kudos comes forward. He's crossed it into the area. Bowen, straight at the goalkeeper. Try to flick that on. And it was a good move. Watkins involved in it. Kudos getting into the area. Crosses the ball in. Bowen flicks it. In fact, come off the post. A corner. Bowen with the corner. Swung in. Oof. Kurt Zuma. What a rocket that was. And we go 3 up after 68. I think this one's pretty sealed now. And Kurt Zuma. And with 76 minutes on the clock, near enough, making our final 2 changes. We have taken off... who have we taken off? I've completely forgotten. Oh, yeah. We've taken off Ollie Watkins, brought on Raul de Thomas up front alongside Bowen. And we've also taken off on this occasion. We have taken off Zuma. That's what it was. He was getting very, very tired. We've taken Kurt Zuma off and brought on Mavropanos, who can also play in central defence, so I found out. We have a free kick now, just outside Ward-Prowse with the free kick. Swings it in, has a go on his own, comes back off the woodwork. Kudos is going to get there. Kudos keeps it in. Back to Alvarez. Paqueta. Kudos. Agard. Ogbonna. And we've ended up with another free kick on this side. Ward-Prowse will swing it in. Deep. And it's in. Alvarez gets a goal. His first goal of the season. Makes it 4-0 after 80 minutes. Very deep free kick. And Alvarez was there. No marker. Scored. Mavropanos with a long throw. And Ogbonna, Alvarez looking for his second, and it wasn't far away. They have a corner now. Gibbs White with an outswinger, and looking for a consolation. But Kudos wins the ball. We get away, but that's very slack to Bowen. Wasn't ever going to get there. And we're tarring at the back here now. Oh, put it wide. Might have been offside as well. Lovely cross in. Gibbs White headed down to Oggy. Another corner for them. Gibbs White with the outswinger. It's come back off the woodwork this time. It is all over. Thankfully for that, Nottingham Forest getting back into that in the last few minutes. Really causing us all sorts of problems. 18 shots, 9 on target, 50%, 3.09 on the XG, 62% possession. They had 11 shots, 6 on target, 1.98, most of them coming towards the end of the game, actually. 1.98, 38% of the possession. A comprehensive win. Well, a roundup of the results then. And as you will see, we are in fourth place. So we started, I think, in fourth place on 16 points. Brentford beating Chelsea, who are still down there near the bottom of the table. Manchester City beating Bournemouth. So no changes at the top. Manchester City played 7, won 7, 100% record. Manchester United tucked behind them on 19 points. Then come Brentford on 18. Ourselves on 16. And then Tottenham and Brighton on 13. Arsenal on 12. Liverpool and Crystal Palace just outside of the European places on 10 points. We're now 6 points clear of those. So 6 points clear of the sort of like top of the table European places. So I think we need to be reasonably happy with that. Just need to keep chugging away and hoping that Brentford and Manchester City slip up at some point or other. That's what we're hoping for. So that is good news. Other good news for you is Ben Johnson. We thought he might be out. He's going to be out for 4 to 5 days. Probably misses the next game, but I'll take that as just missing one game. We can cover for him because Mavropanos can play in that place. And the other injury, Aaron Creswell, we took him off because he got a knock. He's only going to be out for 1 to 3 days. He has a bruised ankle, so all good and dandy in the older injury front. Right, as I said, we're coming back thick and fast here because we're going to click away with these, get these round in. Villarreal and Tottenham in the next episode. Then we'll have Chelsea, who are really in a poor position at the moment, and HJK, which will round up our first round of Europa League games, and then we'll have a bit of a break, come back. I think we'll probably come back for HJK and Crystal Palace away again, mainly because I want to see if we can beat Crystal Palace when we're playing normal, because it just something didn't feel right. And then we'll come back for Genk and Everton and so on. As there's no Carabao Cup run, we can have a bit of a run out then and see what's going. So Villarreal and Tottenham in the next episode. And, well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Been interesting, isn't it, if nothing else? Yeah, so, as I say, if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of Irons in the Fire and any other series. Of course, Project Turnaround will be back next week on Tuesday. So watch out for that one. And of course, any other series as we release them. So when Project Turnaround comes to an end, we will actually cessate that one. And what we're also looking at is pushing Project Turnaround into FM24, because you can now, because it's an FM23 save. Need to have a look at that. The best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. And if you've not bought the game itself yet, and I don't know why you haven't bought it, there is a link down below and a discount code. You need to use them before the full game comes out, because once the full game comes out, the discounts go off. So if you want a discount on the game, now's the time to do it and play the early access version of it. I'm sure you will. If you're new to FM, then it's all down there for you. New episodes of Iron in the Fire released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. We'll be back on Monday with episode number 7. It's our next European game and a local derby against Tottenham. Till next time, bye-bye.